Hey Gearheads, Gearhead Guru Walter here. Hey, another wonderful day here in Colorado. Here today checking out this awesome beast here. How big this thing is. This thing is huge. This thing, people mistake this car all the time. This is a 1957 Plymouth Belvedere. A lot of people will mistake this car for Christine. Christine was a 1958, okay? This car is awesome. Look at this thing, it's original. I want to introduce you to the owner. His name is Nick. Welcome to the program, Nick.
Hi.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate you coming
Yeah,
on
of course.
today. Everything. Tell us a little bit about the car. How long have you had it?
So I've had Roxy here about 2 weeks now.
Roxy. Awesome.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I were down near Alamosa, and we drove past her with a for sale sign in it, and we turned around, talked to the guy, and got to learn a lot more about it. She is a whole story from start to end. She is all original. She has about 82,000 miles on her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the first owner put most of those miles on her, probably about 81,
Awesome.
and had her from the birth of the vehicle and garaged her in 1980.
Oh, wow.
And then in 2000, a close family friend, and that second owner only put about 50 miles on her.
Oh, wow.
And then in 2021, I came around and took her off the lot, and
You've probably put more than 50 miles on her, haven't you?
I just finished my first 100.
That is awesome. So obviously all original paint.
Yes.
Obviously, you can
Yes.
see. I mean,
Very.
the interior. I mean, look at this interior. You could totally tell it's original. I mean, you could even see the horsehair under the seat cover. I mean, 1957 all the way. Just beautiful. The body lines. The one thing we can give Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth, Chrysler, is the way they design the lines of their cars.
Definitely.
They have some incredible lines. The fins, obviously, the era, 1957, it was the era of the fins. You know, the jets and the rockets and everything else.
That's what first caught my eye.
It's just incredible. The tail lights, the way this thing is, the size of the bumpers, you do not see this anymore. Right?
Definitely not.
Not today, you know. And it's a stock power plant.
Yes.
It's what is in this thing?
It's a 318 V8.
Uh-huh.
It's the biggest option for the year, even though it wasn't originally supposed to come in the four-door sedan, only in the Fury models. This one was custom ordered with the
That
318.
makes it that much better.
With a single four-barrel carb rather than the dual four-barrel carb that the Fury model was originally supposed to have. So that's how this one was custom ordered. But so
Go
the,
ahead and take it. Let's take a
yeah,
look at
yeah,
it.
let's take a look.
So how long have you been into this kind of stuff? Is this your first real car, classic that you started playing with? And
This is my first project car,
Awesome.
as I would call it. I've been into cars since about my junior or senior year of high school, and I couldn't get enough of it since then.
Awesome.
Been working on a Jeep, and I've been wanting a project car for years now, and I finally found one.
Gearheads come in all ages, all makes and models. I mean,
Indeed.
we all have the same sense when it comes to vehicles and when it comes to classics and when it comes to just cars. One of my favorite sayings is, if it burns fuel, I'm fascinated.
Oh,
Okay?
couldn't agree
Burns
more.
fuel. Okay? This thing is incredible, man. This thing is medieval. I mean, medieval machine. And I mean, it's one of the most powerful, most comfortable running cars in its day.
Absolutely.
It
This
really
thing is
is.
a true cruiser.
It's so large and the wheelbase is so big that it just floats when you're driving, huh?
Absolutely. The very first ride that we went out on it with the guy who was selling it, we went out, it was just off this dirt road that we were out there, and we first took it down the dirt road. It did pretty good, you know, riding pretty smooth, and then we took it on the highway right off the bat.
You're
And
like,
we
wow.
were going 65, and it was just as smooth as butter.
And this is a push button
This
on the
is
dash,
a push
right?
button transmission. Yes,
That's
I've
awesome.
never seen one of these like these before.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw her, I just started doing research and finding out
Chrysler's
everything.
claim to
that I didn't know.
fame. That was their claim to fame, man. Is
Yeah.
that push button?
It was also one of the first vehicles to have power steering in it. I
Yeah.
believe that came out in 53 or 54,
Yeah.
and this being a 57 was one of the first to have it. But it's definitely pretty nice to, have.
You've done your
even in this
research,
day and
man.
age.
I love it. You've done your research. It's great to see a young gentleman like yourself, into these things like this, and like I said, I find it to be a privilege for you to actually give me an interview and allow me to talk to you about this thing, because this is a wonderful medieval vehicle,
Yeah.
and you got to be proud of it. So, Nick, I appreciate your time. Thank you again very
Of
much for
course,
allowing
yeah.
me to interview you and allowing me to take a look at your car and everything. And it's awesome. So Gearheads, hey, hit me up on my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, Gearhead Guru Walter, or even my YouTube is Gearhead Guru Kingdom. Like my program, subscribe to my program, please. We'll see a lot more vehicles like this, other makes, models, other everything. If it burns fuel, I'm fascinated. They're incredible. These things are incredible. And the passion is just go sky high with these things. Check out my program, like my program. Till next time, Gearheads, keep it medieval.